What's up, traders? Right here with another trading update. So this week and today could not have gone any worse. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This was bad. I think I'm finally ready to make some adjustments. Nothing major about the strategy is changing. The only thing I'm tightening up is my rule. So in these last 2 months, I've been getting into these weird situations where I would lose the main trade and then the reverse trade never fills and I end up canceling it. And then later in the afternoon or later in the morning, I try to take another set of 2 trades, which I happen to lose both trades, totaling 3 trades lost in a day. And I'm putting a hard stop on that starting right now. From now on, the maximum I can lose in a day will be 20 ticks. Yeah, slippage can happen or whatever, but I'm not letting my accounts bleed out anymore for just a chance of making it back. And looking at today, I'm glad I even have some sort of a hard stop rule at all, because if I kept going, I would have dug even deeper, because a trade that I would have taken would have been another loss. And another adjustment that I'm making effective immediately, and this part is a big hit for me personally, but I'm deleveraging my Lucid account down to just 1 contract instead of 2. When I initially got this account, the amount of drawdown it had, I knew it could handle 2 contracts, but in the spirit of going back to my roots, I'm going down to 1 contract. And yes, it slows down how fast I can get a payout from this account, but I preach all the time, if you ever reach a crossroads between risk more for a faster payout and slow down on de-risk, the right answer has always been de-risk. So I'm going to actually do that. This feels like an all hands on deck moment. So instead of YOLOing accounts and reset farming, I'm choosing to treat these like real money accounts. I'm going to take the ego hit. I'm going back to the mindset of a humble beginner, and I'm going to work my way through this period of drawdowns the right way. Now, about my mental state after all this, I'm recording this well after the market closed. I was done early, but I got so caught up with my other work today that I kind of forgot about the pain from trading today. And honestly, I think that really helped. My other work has been going really well, so I think that positive energy kind of like overwrote the frustration from trading. And if I just sat around and stewed on today's frustration, I think the weekend would have been miserable. I would have just been replaying everything in my head, like what should I have done better. But I think that's the trap here. Hopefully with these adjustments that I'm making, I'm able to turn the ship around. And if the losing streak keeps going, it's not going to hit as hard anymore because my risk is lower. And if I start winning again, those small wins will rebuild my confidence instead of me hunting for some huge comeback P&Ls. And right now, I'm just looking for a string of small wins. I think my expectations are still warped by the small success I had earlier in the year, and I keep wanting that big W that will, magically fix everything. But I think that's the wrong mindset. I need to be content with small W's and get through these losses like they don't matter. And honestly, that's where my head's at, guys. Like I said in yesterday's video, I'm just going to show up and implement these changes, deleverage, stop being impatient, stop being greedy, and I'm glad I'm documenting this. Later on, this will be like my mental back test. I'll be able to look back and say, hey, if I get into this kind of situation, this is how I should have acted, or maybe I should have acted a certain way earlier, faster maybe, and don't be so stubborn about it. Or I could say this idea was terrible and I'll never do it again. And I'm glad you guys are here with me for this journey. Let's just see what happens. I hope your weekend ended better than mine did, and I'm sure everybody's week's better than mine at this point. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll be fine, and I'll be back on Monday with the morning stream, and then I'll be back with a trading update later on Monday. So the TLDR or the TLDW is that I'm deleveraging. I'm changing the way how I'm done for the day. I'm like lowering my risk in that way as well. And I'm going to make the small adjustments and then hopefully I can climb out of this hole. But I'm not going anywhere, so stick around. Give me a like and subscribe. This has been Red signing out. Peace.